Hey kids, it's Braille. Welcome back to class. Today we're playing some more Theme Hospital. So get your notebooks out, get ready to take some good lecture notes because we're going to need them. It is quite early in the morning as I sit and do this, and the other members of the house I'm in are currently asleep. So we're going to go for a little bit more ASMR style recording today. Today's hospital picks up where we left off last time. We're going to keep patients happy, we're going to make sure that they get in and out of the hospital as quickly as possible, we're going to make sure that we try not to murder people. Apparently we need a reputation of more than 500. This ought to be an interesting challenge. If I look at our win conditions down here, we can see that I require $50,000, 500 in rep, and a $100,000 hospital. I think this shouldn't be too difficult to pull off. We've managed to do it so far in just about every other run that we've had. So let's see, we're gonna need a reception area to get us started. I don't know that I want it too close to the door. You know what? Hold up. Nope, I'm changing my mind. We're gonna set up some diagnosis and treatment areas first. Go with the GP's office. The layout for all of these is probably gonna look pretty similar, which means it might be a little bit boring. I apologize for that. I'm not trying to make it boring. Because I know the minimum sizes and I know how well those minimum sizes work, I don't know, I guess I'm stuck in my ways. I figured this stuff out when I was a kid. I believe I've mentioned that I used to play this game when I was a child. This is kind of where that comes from. So, knowing that the smallest I can go with most of these spaces is a 4x4, knowing that I can build a 5x5 of, like, gen diag, knowing that the psych room is a 5x5, knowing that the ward is, I think, a 6x6. Oh god, that's a big diagnosis. Just knowing the minimum sizes for all of these things is super useful and helpful when trying to design a hospital, because it means that all of the sizing is going to be consistent. There should be no ambiguity on, you know, what goes where and why. Okay, you know what? I want to get the reception desk down, and that's for one reason, if no other. For some reason, if I delay on putting this thing down, when I put it down, reception lady goes nuts, and, Tannoy starts going nuts, because it's they call it in Britain. And she will just start yelling. I don't really have any good options here, so here we go. Yeah, ordinarily when I spawn her in, she'll just start screaming over the Tannoy. We'll see if she does it now. It doesn't look like it. Fantastic, that's good news for me. Now we get to go on and decide what it is we want to do with the rest of the space. I guess I'll do a farm here near the front door, because it doesn't really matter. It's kind of a weird way to build a hospital, I guess, because, you know, ordinarily I don't think rooms are just kind of thrown down willy-nilly. There's sort of an order to the way that hospitals are built, and I confess, I don't readily know what that order is. I am grateful to have been in only a few hospitals in my life, and most of the time not even for me. So I confess that I'm a little bit ill-equipped to really comment upon how a hospital is supposed to be built, or even build one properly because of this. I suppose that's probably a good thing, though. The one big irritation that I have with this game is that I cannot rotate the camera. I've done a little bit of playing around in Project Hospital, and a little bit of playing around in 2 Point Hospital, the spiritual successor / unofficial official sequel. And the one thing that I cannot seem to get past... I need a second farm in this one, I think. The one thing I cannot seem to get past is that I can't rotate the camera. Being able to rotate the camera is something that we take for granted nowadays in many other building sims and other sorts of, like, tycoon-type games, but it wasn't a feature back in the day when all of it was, you know, this 2D isometric view. Unless I just don't know how to rotate the camera properly. But it's kind of It's a little bit frustrating to me sometimes that I can't spin the camera the way I want, but also at the same time, it makes me appreciate the fact that I can rotate the camera in so many modern games. Like that's a staple of modern gaming engineering and architecture. It's kind of nice and kind of annoying because it takes me back, but also modern features. Where are you at though? Maybe I'm just being a brat, I don't know. I'm busy trying to lay stuff down for like a basic hospital, and you can see my cash balance is steadily dwindling, but my hope is that eventually I'll be able to get a ward and an operating theater and possibly a staff room thrown in here. Like, I have the ability to go buy more space. There's 1 or 2 other plots available, I think. Let's see, if I back out of the construction menu. Yeah, I have 4 plots available. That's kind of nice. But I'm trying to fit as much as I can into this first building before I come over here and buy this second one for $5,700 off over here. Just because the more that patients walk around the hospital, the longer it takes to diagnose them and get them out. And the longer it takes to diagnose and get them out, the less efficient your hospital is. So, you know, rather than dicking around with that, so to speak, I think it kind of makes a little bit more sense if I try and get them moving out as quick as I can. We'll throw a toilets down over here. I'm almost thinking that the ward and the operating room are probably going to be in this room over here. I may skimp a lot in building things in this game as far as size constraints go, because, you know, there's no such thing as a toilets that's that small in most games, but I typically don't do that when it comes to the operating room. Ooh, training facility. I almost want to just soak up this extra space so that it's even, so that I can have a couple of even-sized blocks over here. I think the trouble, though, is that if I do that, it won't work out properly. I need a 4 over here, and then I would need a 5 down here, and that would work out, and there would be a 3-wide aisle at the end. What are my other options? Let's see. I have a training, toilets, staff room. Okay. Psych, ward, operating theater, pharmacy, diagnosis. Do I have a gen diag? I do not. Okay, so gen diag is a 5x5. That'll go down here. And then I could put another 5x5 here next to it and a 4x4. So the training room could go here. This could be a staff room. There's the other thing about min sizes in playing the game the way that I do, is that in some cases the minimum size is not enough. Like, for example, this room here, the general diagnosis, could be a 4x4 room, because this is a 2x2 box, this is a 2x2 box. So if you organize the room the way I did, and then you move this guy down here and shrink the room down, you could get it all to fit in that space. The research lab, you really can't do that. The toilets could technically, I guess, be like a 3x2 or a 3x1 if you really wanted to go that skin. Nah, it'd have to be a 3x2, thinking about the sink. But the game doesn't allow you to do that. The staff room, however, the staff room can be absolutely tiny. I think 4x4 is the smallest that you can make it. That's the minimum size. But a 4x4 doesn't really cut it when you have a large enough hospital area. And so I typically like to oversize this one room above all others. Just, you know, experience speaking here. Sorry, I know that I'm rambling. I'm like compulsively filling up the empty void with talking because I'm in the middle of trying to build this thing. I ordered one too many sofas. We're gonna have to get rid of that, I guess. And that'll be fine. Cool, done. All right. Last thing we need is a training room. It's been a while since I've built a training room. These are like little classrooms. I can send my doctors here in order to make them smarter, make them perform better, I guess. Oh, there's an odd graphical glitch. I didn't realize the seats would clip through the wall. We're gonna want a couple of those. That'll do just fine. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I can't put these right next door. That's alright. Then that changes that. Then we're gonna want a bookcase over here by the door. And a skeleton. I can't really put him anywhere else, so he's gonna go here in the corner. Cool. Yes, I need a consultant because what will happen is in the training department, I can level up my doctors. If I have a smart enough doctor, that doctor will teach other doctors how to get better at their jobs, which means diagnoses get better, which means that they work more efficiently, which means that the hospital on the whole runs better as a result. I think we're off to a pretty good start here. I do need to put down some benches in this hallway, though. We're going to get like 10 of them. Couple drinks machines. Oh, I need radiators in every room. Okay, how many rooms do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm probably going to need radiators scattered throughout the hallways, but I will get there when I get there because I have to observe that. I need a couple of bins, and then I need plants for every room that people can be in. So I think that's like 9. I have a method to my madness. The best way to improve your hospital's rating if you ever get a VIP in is through plant life and cleanliness. So if I can continue, you know, laying down trash cans and stuff so that they don't just throw all of their crap on the floor, that's going to keep me in business. Let's see, drinks machine can go there, and I will put another one over here in the corner. We'll throw a bin down there. Bins kind of suck because they can only be in one of 2 orientations, and that really limits what I can do with them. So I'm thinking I throw the other one down here. We need a rad in every room, so I'm going to throw them all in the corners here, just because they don't matter. I'm throwing them like one off. Agreed, nurse lady. I try and throw rads one off from a corner tile, especially if I'm going to have people walking into that room, so that I still have somewhere to put the plant. Because the plant I will typically bury in the corner where nobody can see it, because it really, visually, aesthetically, like some people go nuts for plants. Plants don't really matter for the aesthetic of my hospital. Plants matter for the keeping people happy aspect of the hospital. Sly, cunning, and subversive. Okay, you're going to go in the research department then, because you have that. You're a better researcher. So actually, this dude could be a surgeon, just because I have that. I don't really have... He's rubbish. I don't really have a way to preference or prioritize who I'm getting in here, because they're all going to be kind of crap. I don't even have a psych in here. This is painful. Loyal and friendly, good. Let's get a nice janitor in here. Alright, and then you, my guy, my surgery man, you can come over here and do this. And then, let's see, let me go ahead and set up my hospital. Send them home up to 85%, because I don't want to kill anybody. 150%, the rest of that's all fine and dandy. So staff leave rooms, I actually had to remind myself what that does as I get started here with this build. The staff leave rooms option down here at the bottom enables staff members to go and fill in other rooms. So like ordinarily I would have one person assigned to each room as kind of like the max, but you don't have to do that. If you disable staff from going to other rooms, then the psychologist who's in here, he will only go in this room and then to the staff room and back. I don't even think the staff members use the bathroom. These guys in the GP offices would only be here in the GP offices, but like this gent, as we saw, he's a surgeon. He's got this knife talent here, and he also has the researcher icon up here. He can potentially go to an operating theater or over here to the research lab if Mr. Research Guy over here is not in there. And the semi-interesting thing about that is that if I were to block them and I needed another doctor over here because both of them are on break, he would never, ever, ever come out of the research lab to fill one of these roles, which is kind of sucky. This way, at least, the doctors are a little more flexible and they go where they're needed. Nurses will go where they're needed as they're needed, and it does kind of help with hospital management and organization. I guess it depends on how picky you want to be. I don't have a psych. Here we go. I got one. Okay, cool, cool. Now we're in business. Arrogant and cocky, slow and fussy. I don't like either of you. Remarkably polite and genial in manner. I tell you what, you can go there, and then I should have enough doctors to rotate through any of the other rooms that I have. Let's see here. I could set up training. I'd have to remember how that works. What do you got? of people with the squits. Have equipment and skills. Okay. I don't actually know how my squits research looks here. Oh, we only have 90%. Well, that's not good. We're gonna see what happens when the helicopter drops down, because that's where they're coming from. Well, there's only 2 of them, and they're dressed the same. Oh, I killed somebody already. Alright, well, I straight up murdered half of my people, so there's that. I can do surgeries, so, I mean, if I wanted to, I would just have to... Let's bump up the heat a little bit in here. There we go, get it nice and toasty. The hallways are cold as sin, but that'll be alright. Let's see here. So we want an operating theater and a ward in here. We've got to have some place for them to sleep and some place to cut them open. Theaters are 6x6. I think the ward is of a similar size. Let's see. We'll do a 2-wide hallway over here. The ward needs to be bigger because it's where people are going to sleep. I think actually I could go with a 4-wide hallway. So we could have just a tiny operating theater right here, and that would be fine. And the ward takes up the entire back of this. And there could be, you know, seating and cola and whatnot. And that'll be fine. So this door is going to go here. We're going to create some windows so that people can stare while other people are getting sliced open, because that's not creepy at all. We need a changing screen, which can go here. I need a sink in the corner. We need this machine, and that's about that. Cool. I will need a second surgeon in order to do that, but that's okay. We'll get there as we get there. The ward is the other... This is the other sort of living space that I like to make bigger than what is recommended, just because there tends to be a lot of people who want to go and visit the ward, and the beds are huge. So it kind of makes sense that I would want to have a larger than recommended space in order to accommodate all of the people who may potentially be sleeping in here. Especially if I have an operating theater and I'm going to be slicing them open. I have one too many beds. That's not going to work. I could, of course, put my beds down in the dead center of the room, but I'd rather not do that. That would kind of suck. I'm gonna need a handful of rads for that. I'm gonna need probably a few plants in there, and then I can go with some benches, go with a couple drinks machines, go with a couple of bins, and that'll be that. So let's see. We're doing benches. Do benches out here, kind of, yeah, cattywampus a little bit. The drinks machine over there. We'll put a bin here. There's only really one other place that I could put the bin, so we're actually going to like skip it for now. Put the rad here. Put another rad on the opposite side of the room. Put one here. Put one in this corner. And then I'll just put one at the foot of the bed, because what the hell. Plant. We'll throw a plant down here. Throw a plant down here. Throw a plant down here. Sure. I mean, I guess I can just get rid of that. That's fine. We will move this bench around the corner because it doesn't matter. There doesn't need to be anything in there. And then the other bin can go here because fuck it. Let's see. Expert at DIY, ration easily distract. I don't really want that in my hospital. God, what is up with all of the... Like, these guys are super mean this time around. I don't understand. I'm gonna need a second janitor, I think, though. Generally well motivated. I like that. Alright, go. I need a second surgeon, and I need a second nurse. I will potentially need a third nurse as well for the ward. Let's see. Go ahead. Let's hope I don't kill anybody. Alright, so somebody's already going to the ward. What is your sickness here, buddy? Send person for cure instead of waiting for diagnosis. Well, I mean, I have no idea what your diagnosis even is. Let's see, do I have another surgeon yet? I have another psych guy yet, but that's not really what I want. Are my nurses any better? Lazy and badly motivated. Alright, you're... Am I moving too fast? What the hell is this? It won't let me hire. Maybe it changed over. Cash situation is very bad. Yes, I am. Oh, I can't hire you because I don't have any money. Well, that might do it. Let's see. Okay, so what I can do is crank the prices on some of these so that I make a ton of money. Because anytime these guys have to go and visit other departments in order to get diagnosed, they have to spend money on those departments. General practice can be 110. Gut rot is 90% effective. Let's concentrate our research on that just for a little bit. We'll do 110. King complex, I can handle that. We're gonna bump you up a bunch. Sleeping illness is 95% effective. We'll go there. TV personalities, I can bump you up a bunch on that one. Here you go. Squits. I like the squits, it's fun to say. We'll go 115 on that. King complex, was I at 120? I was at 115. Let's go to 120. I don't think anybody will complain about the prices, really, as long as they, you know, come in to get fixed. Uncommon cold. Alright. We're gonna bump you up as well. Because I'm running a hospital here. I'm not running a charity. It's kind of funny that I say this because, you know, it could be a charity. Okay. Oh, I missed one. I don't know what it was. I got something new in here. Oh, bloaty head. Bloaty head I know how to fix. Bloaty head, it's kind of hard to kill somebody. Good hospital, got $2,000. Alright, I'm not poor anymore. I'm not broke. You're good. We'll get a second nurse because I need one. Heaped piles, perfect. Staff are overheating. I wonder, oh, I guess they are. Let's turn this down by 1 notch, and that'll be fine. What do we got? 3 people with sleeping illness, go. Do I have a second surgeon? I have a second surgeon. Cool. So this dude is going to kind of be an on-call doctor, I guess. And he can be here in the GP's office. Just because I need another surgeon in case I decide I need to slice some people open, I guess. Alright. So there's one with sleeping. No, here come the sleeping illness patients. So there's one. Spare ribs. Ooh, okay. There's 2. And there's 3. Spare ribs, operating theater. We're gonna go with a big markup there because I have to slice people open. Did I get something else? Heaped piles. That was the other one that popped up. I'm looking to see if all of these are above 100%. Oh, corrugated ankles. This just sounds wrong. Kidney beans. Holy cow. Ugh, we're moving way too fast for me at the moment. Alright, so kidney beans is here, and that's a surgery. Surgeries, I think, are going to sit at like 130 plus, because I'm cheap. I'm cheap and I'm broke and I want a ton of money, and they're probably not going to complain. We're gonna grab an extra psych guy, because he's a psych and a surgeon, so he can rotate into the operating theater as well. I don't need these guys to stay in the theater at all times, but I do need to have enough staff that, like, we're well managed. So, let's see here. We're gonna, honestly, like, what amuses me is when I get bloaty head patients in, and then, they're like, oh, we have to go for a diagnosis. I'm like, I can tell you what your problem is, I'm looking right at you, except that that's not the way that works. 24 cures, 1 death, 36 visitors. Apparently I've turned away 12 people. Actually, I turned away 11 people and I killed 1. Let's slam down some benches over here, just in case people start queuing up for any of those. And I could put benches all the way down this hallway if I need. Yeah, we'll throw down a couple over here, I guess. There we go. Cool. What are you doing? I don't really know how the teaching thing works in here. I don't recall. It's been a minute since I did any kind of training. I do have a consultant. He's a consultant researcher. I wonder, what happens if I put you in here? Do you start... I bet you start teaching people to become researchers. What I almost need is a... I need a consultant surgeon just in case I have a need for more surgeons. We have another thing. What's the thing? Invisibility. Oh, so that's like... Invisibility is like the weird thing that I run into that I don't have like a ready cure for, I guess, because it's been... This is what, hospital number 4 in this game so far? And invisibility is the one thing that I have the hardest time with trying to cure because I can't diagnose it. But I guess this is what happens when I don't have a general diagnosis, a GP's office, and a psych's office. You gotta have one of each in order to diagnose. My 2 surgeons are still in the operating theater, which is fine. I definitely need a shrink in here. Are either of you a shrink? You're a shrink. Come here. There you go. Go to the shrink's office. I shouldn't call him a shrink. That's really derogatory. I need somebody to do diagnoses. He's a therapist. One of my doctors has become a consultant. This is glorious news. Who was it? You're this consultant. You're not. So what I can do... Oh, you're a consultant. I see. Okay. So what I can do is I can actually grab, like, this guy here. And I pick him up, throw him over here in the training. You get to come fill his role in this room then. Yeah, I throw him in here. He does the training. And this guy is a consultant. We'll be able to teach him. And then he should become a consultant researcher surgeon as well, which means that then I can teach other people. I don't know if they have to come in with surgery, research, or psychology already under their belts. Psychology? Psychiatry? Psychiatry. So I can prescribe pills. That's weird. Oh, there's an emergency. What's my emergency? 5 people, TV personalities. Let's go. I can do this. We can deal with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're just gonna slam them all out of here, make a ton of money, and be done. Perfect. That's what I like to hear. Making a ton of money. Alright, win conditions. What's the hospital worth? Not enough. I need another 20,000 invested. And I need like, I don't know, 20-ish thousand dollars, I guess. Great. Let's get some radiators in the hallways, I guess. Yes, he is. Oh, hold up. This dude is gonna take some money. There you go. I don't remember how long they stick around with the angry face, but I'd rather not find out. I know that they do wait for a little bit, so like if I'm not super quick, I can generally catch them and fix the issue in time, but I don't want to find out exactly what that time limit is. Okay, that... a lot of sliding door action going on there. That may actually fix the heating issue. It does. Look at that. The whole place is warm. Uh-oh. I have a question mark. This is never a good sign. What do we got? We've exhausted all diagnosis. We don't know what's wrong. Go home. Because if I can't figure it out... Oh, it's slack tongue. That's funny. I don't have a way of figuring out what slack tongue is. I mean... I guess if I keep getting the same patient in over and over again, I might be able to, you know, like, throw you into the fire. Are you having a good time, Mr. Consultant Researcher? Is this guy a consultant too? He is. Very nice. Alright, you can actually go back to the research lab. Okay, hello? Not letting me pick you up? Okay, wow, that took a while. I guess I just caught you in the... Hello? What just happened? What is that? Okay. Thank you, game, for figuring it out. Holy cow. I think it's because I picked him up while he was in the middle of an animation, instead of picking him up when he's idling like this. I have an X-ray. Oh, I should build an X-ray. shoot. I'm gonna need a new building for that. Let's go over here for it. The X-ray is one of those... it's another weird one. It's another weird one in that, like, size-wise, it doesn't really work out. Because the smallest I can do, I think, is a 6x6, but a 6x6 almost isn't even big enough for the X-ray machine. So, it's a little bit odd, because it's a little bit small. Like, the X-ray itself takes up a ton of space, and the booth that powers it also takes up a ton of space. This 6x6 that at minimum is almost too small. I'll need a doctor in there eventually. We need a radiator and a plant to go in the room. I think that there's something that I could do that's like an adjustment where if I ordinarily put a radiator and a plant in every room, because I do, I can have this version, the Corsax version of the game, I can have it automatically purchase those items and be ready to place them down as I desire. We're gonna grab a handful of benches and stick them down out here. And then I want a radiator next to them. That'll work. I have an emergency. 9 people with uncommon cold. Let's go. Send him home. I think I need another nurse. I'm a little busy. I don't need this. Hold up. We're gonna grab another nurse. All right, let's see if we can do this. Oh, I don't know what your issue is. You've got like transparent skin. Yeah, it's fine. Let's get all these people out of here. I think I can handle, like, when the time limit pops up over here on the left-hand side, I think I can handle up to 8 or 9 people before I won't be able to do it fast enough if I have somebody in the room from the start of the sweep of the emergency. But it's not often that I'm lucky enough to have all of that, so... Oh, I do have a slack tongue clinic. I'm gonna slice your tongue off over here then, that's fine. That's literally what it is. You just, patient walks over, gets his tongue sliced, and then goes home. We can do some additional stuff here. So we'll do, I guess, a bench, a drinks machine, and then I can, let's see, is there a bench against the wall here? There is. Oh, somebody's already throwing litter on the floor. Wow, shame on you, bud. Alright, I need another janitor here. Oh, I have to cut somebody open. That's fun. I have a couple of surgeons floating around here, I think. There's one. Where's my other dude? I don't know. Let's, I know, I don't know where my other surgeon is. Are you my other surgeon? Where are you? It's you. Alright, come here. You're not busy, you're going in there. I think I just need another doctor or something. You can go in that room, and that'll be fine, because now I have an extra psych. This is fine. There's just this random dude wandering around over here. You're my other surgeon, why did you not? Oh, maybe you were resting, I don't know. I don't know. So now we just kind of... I don't think my hospital value is up high enough yet, but, oh, is it really that cold in here? That's fascinating. Alright, grab another couple of radiators here. We'll throw one down there, we'll throw one down there, and that should be good. Yeah, we're looking better. Okay, I can also throw stuff down on the other side. Yeah, the tannoy is just going berserk. Go home, because I have nothing to do with you. One person with spare ribs, let's cut them open. Go home. If I don't know what the heck is wrong with you, go home. I need $3,000 worth of worth. That's kind of an odd thought. Let's see. Okay, so if I come back over here then, let's grab more benches. We can throw down a bunch of seating around here, right? Poor Tannoy is screaming. She's having a hard time keeping up with everything. Let's see. What does that do to my hospital worth? I'm still at 97. Okay. I don't know how this gets reassessed. I really don't know what the worth is calculated by. I wonder if it's based on, like, the price of the rooms that I have here. So, what I should probably do is build another toilets, because they're cheap. And then that'll go there. We'll put windows, because I don't know. We'll put windows, because I don't care. I guess. I think that's the real answer. And then that's fine. Alright, yep, go ahead. Go ahead, go nuts. It's fine. Go ahead, go nuts. Slice her open. My staff are overheating. Is it really that warm? I didn't think it was that warm. What do you got? Slack tongue, finally. Jeez, alright. 8 people with fractured bones? I don't think I have a fracture clinic. I'm like 95% certain I don't have a fracture clinic. Hold up. Hold up. Is that something? Oh my god, I have one. Okay, wait. How small can you be? Perfect. Perfect. We're gonna send all my fractured bones patients down here. Come on, lady, get out of the way. Okay, cool, thank you. Yup, that's a casting machine. Alright, and I need a radiator and a plant. We'll throw the rat over here, the plant over there, that's fine. Alright, cool, great, good. Let's go. I have 8 people ready to come in for this, so we're gonna slam down some more benches, I guess. And that'll do just fine. Based on what I recall, the fracture clinic doesn't take too much work. Oh, it's a nurse. Okay. Okay, cool. So the nurse is already here. She's prepped. She's primed. Go home. Here they come. Look at all those broken bones. I didn't even get a chance to finish this, but that's okay. Look at that. We've done well. We haven't even been playing all that long. Do you know what that means? It's time for us to go off to Simpleton. So, we'll move us forward on the game board a little bit here. And then with that, we find ourselves at Simpleton. We already have doctors fresh from med school, so this one's going to be super interesting because they have to be trained in order to get up there in the experience. So, we're going to try and rotate through which person is in the training room at a time. Additionally, if I'm not mistaken, this one is the earthquake. Yes, there are earthquakes. San Android geological fault. That's not specific at all to where I live in Southern California. Anyways, with that, you can put your pencils down, you can fold your notebooks up. I hope you got some good lecture notes for the final exam. And with that, class dismissed. See ya!